just like go through spec lists, do a couple of pulls, nothing like on the limit in fucking 5th gear or anything, or like launch controls and shit. So reverse is over, innit?
Yeah,
over and back. That's the one. I always have to ask people because I get in so many cars. And I'm like, where's reverse? Starlet. That's a good start. Awesome.
It's a bit different. It's
that's a different clutch to what I'm used to.
It's a stage 6 racing clutch.
That's a next level clutch, that is.
Yeah, just think it's like a race car, just like keep the throttle down, yeah.
That's right. God, that clutch is quite...
Yeah,
it's there, isn't it? It's like on and off. That's crazy. So this is stage 6, the other one was stage 3.
Yeah, I thought stage 6 would be a lot heavier.
Yeah, it feels lighter to drive. Yeah. But it's harder to get off a line, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like the bite point isn't really there, is it? I suppose it's like on or off. Because that turbo makes you feel like there's no turbo when you, like, I just went up a gear then and it feels like there's nothing there. Do you know what I mean? That's really weird to drive. So you have to know that to drive this car fast, don't you, really? Because if you change up at the wrong moment, you've got no power, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, compared to the 4, where the 4 had a lot smaller turbo, you could just be in 5th, boot it, and it'd spool up instantly. Whereas this is like, you've got to drop it down a gear, because if you boot it, you're just sat there, and everyone's gone. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Like even there in 2nd gear, it was like because it doesn't want to be in that low revs, if that makes sense, which is pretty crazy to me. First off though, it's like, it's really nice to drive. Like it's really, you wouldn't expect that power under the bonnet, which is fantastic to me. I think if you know that's there, it's sort of a bit daunting to drive, but it's really nice. It's really, really nice. It's just, you know, when that turbo starts kicking in, like it whirls in the background, like, sounds awesome though, doesn't it? The build of boost is probably the best bit for me, and then when it comes in, I suppose it's fucking, you're more concentrated on not going up someone's arse down the road.
Yeah. What about trying to stay in your lane?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. No, it's fucking lovely to drive, isn't it? So it's got a shortened steering rack. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. From what car? Or is it an aftermarket? From factory. Yeah. So that, even from factory's quite nice. Like going around that corner, you can feel it sort of tucking in more than you would on any other car. With the clutch when you're rolling though, I must admit, I think it's a lot nicer, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. What's the turbo? What's the exact turbo that's on the car now?
So turbo Technics S205B. Right. Compared to standard turbo, it's pretty big.
Yeah. So that's where you're getting your lag from, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah. But when you're on boost, then it's fucking serious.
At the moment, where it's running just over 500, it's pretty much maxed out. Right. We'll go a little bit more, but stop going past that.
So that turbo at 500 brake is pretty much it. It's not at its limit, but it's as far as it really wants to go.
As far as you want to push it, sort of thing, for being reliable.
Cool. It's alright saying, oh yeah, I've got this much brake horsepower, but if it's not reliable, it's not reliable power, isn't it? If you have to use it every day, what's the fucking point in having an 800 brake car?
Yeah, exactly.
When it's going to blow up next week, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no cheap either.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, yeah. Suspension wise is all standard.
Yeah, suspension, brakes,
roll bars or anything done, bushes, like. So that's quite a good testament to how good the car is as standard, in my opinion. Yeah. Like 500 brake in standard brake, standard suspension, like a standard setup. It's quite good that it can do that, and it still feels right. It still goes and stops exactly how it should, which is fantastic. Have you had any sort of brake fade or any worries about it at all?
No.
No, that's good. Reverse. See if I can install it. God, that lock is like there. That's as far as you're allowed to go. Just pulled out of there and I was pretty much on full lock. How it is as a car, regardless of the power, it still works as a nice car. Do you know what I mean? It's still comfortable, loud and fucking all over the place, which is good. I really appreciate stuff like that because it's like, you can have a fast car, but if it's fucking uncomfortable and you can't use it for more than 10 minutes, what's the point having it? Do you know what I mean? So control wise, you've got a turbo timer?
Yep.
What turbo timer is that?
HJS turbo timer.
Cool, so that works pretty good.
Yep. Then you've got the Apexi avcr, which control the black one. And
that's the la-di-da version, isn't it?
Yes.
Very more expensive.
Yeah, just as black.
Yeah, just because it's black, yeah.
That's what it is.
But you got to have a black one if you've got black interior,
exactly. The Apexi FC hand commander.
Oh yeah. So you can control most of maps and shit from there.
Yeah, you can change everything on it.
Obviously, when you say 500 plus brake horsepower, you think loud and comfortable. You know, loud. I'm pretty much thinking loud in my head. Oh, it's going to be fucking loud. It's pretty civilised, actually. where it wants to be. It's like, basically a hill start. Oh yes, only just. Yeah, that's definitely quite fast, that. From a driver's seat, you're like hanging onto the steering wheel, like, fuck. The power is like, it's quite savage once it starts going, in my opinion. You really think, fuck, we're going now, and then it carries on going. It's like, oh shit, right, yeah, change gear, fuck, like that. That's about as far as I want to take it. The fact that if you do glance down and the speedo is going like that, is just next level to me. Oh my god, blown away. I really am. It's just like, I suppose you're used to it though, because you get in it every day. Do you know what I mean? There's no drama. It just does it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it'll just go. There's no fucking wheel spin. There's no torque steer. There's none of this, none of that. It's just, it's not making a big song and dance about the fact that it can go fast. It's just going fast, which is fantastic. That's exactly what we want. I do have to remember though not to go too low in the revs, because it's like, you're just not happy and you can feel the car going, don't do this, don't do that, please. Yeah. It's a normal car, and you put your foot down, you're like, fucking hell. It feels like a 300. Like, you look over and you think, yeah, 300, it's a 300 brake horsepower car. And then you come on boost and it's like, yeah, that ain't 300 brake, mate. Ain't that for shit, is it? So guys, let's have a look around this Mitsubishi Evo 7. Now, let's start at the front. I really do like the styling on these ones. Really nice. With the look of the plate over one side, I really like a sort of Jap thing in it. Really looks smart. I've got to admit, this car is so clean. It really is, for the age, and you know, it's been really looked after, and it's only done around, you know, 70,000 miles, which is fantastic. Really is nice. With the FQ models, you know, you do get little bits and bobs. I like the wheels, they're really nice. The Brembo calipers behind it, they work fantastically on this car. Obviously, you're thinking 500 brake, it's going to be a bit hit and miss, but they really work so well. Really impressed with those. Coming around the side, bulged right out arches and stuff with the lines, stuff looks really good. It just looks so smart though. I love it, absolutely love it. Looks so good. Obviously with the FQ models you get the carbon fibre here. Obviously I like the way this is still on there. It's not a 300, don't lie to me. Bit of carbon down there, looks good. But yeah, as a car, this as standard just looks fantastic, doesn't it? Just looks so good. It's sort of like a sleeper, I'd say, because you wouldn't expect that much power to be coming out of this sort of car, so really is beautiful. Have a quick jump inside. And like the other Evos, you've got your Recaro seats, which are, they're so hugging, but quite forgiving at the same time, so they still work as a really good bucket seat, and they're standard, so you don't have to sort of mess around getting any other sort of seats in the car. Your Momo steering wheel is standard, which feels really good, especially the grip round here I really like. It's relatively small, but I quite like that because you can grip the actual steering wheel quite well. Coming over, you've got all your sort of Apexi FC Commander gauge down there, turbo, timer and all this stuff. She's model 174 as well with the FQ range, so it's good to have the plaque there to remind yourself. And a nice bit of carbon fibre going along there with the FQ300. Really do like that. Just sort of brings the interior in. I like the gear knob as well. Really do like the gear knob. Feels a lot better than the standard one. And Recaro car seat to go in with it. So you've got the Recaro buckets, you've got the Recaro car seat in the back, which is just awesome. Nightmare. God, steering is unreal, isn't it? See, that's full lock. And now we're the other side of the road. It's like, I wouldn't say it's car park friendly. I think that's the word.
No.
Oh, built not bought. Yeah, fucking. Do you really want to sink that much money into an engine and then it fucking fails? Like,
when I first bought this, I was like, oh, everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, but you just bought it like in the
No, not at all. With stuff like this, it's not like that. I don't think.
The main thing was like, I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna do my own bits to it.
Yeah. But this is just a fantastic base, isn't it?
For the amount of money I spent, I couldn't get anywhere near that.
No, of course not. Well, that was easy. I love it. I think it's fucking awesome. We all need cars like this in our lives, I tell you. Insurance. Yeah. Would you say it's hard to insure this or easy to insure this? What are your thoughts behind the insurance costs of an Evo?
Actually, really easy to insure.
Yeah. So you don't get turned away by every twat in the sun, like, you know, saying, "Oh, I'm not insuring that. You're young and you've got an Evo. I'm not having it." Blah blah blah.
I mean, so when I first got Evos, everyone's going, "Oh, phone up the specialist companies and all that lot." Yeah. I phoned them up, and fair enough, they were specialists, but they just because of my age, they wanted stupid money.
Yeah.
And to be honest, when I get insurance now, I'll just go and compare the market.
Yeah, that's good.
A hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Right, so what have we got to start with? Manifold?
Yep, JMF manifold.
Right, going into what have you got? That's
5B turbo just down there.
Right, it's quite fucking big, isn't it?
Yeah.
That looks fucking awesome in comparison to the standard ones I've seen. That's really cool.
From there we've got Sport hard pipes with K&N air filter.
Oh yeah.
It's also mapped in to speed density, so it doesn't have a MAF sensor on it.
Oh right. That's pretty cool.
Makes it run quite nice.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
Hard pipes and all that lot, they come as standard with the FQ module.
Oh right, so that's all standard bling there. That's quite cool. Intercooler. What intercoolers have you got on it?
APS intercooler.
Oh yeah. It's quite a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite hidden though, which I quite like. Yeah, I quite like that it's hidden, like you won't be able to see that. And internal work. Any internal work at all, or?
It's had Evo MR cams put in.
Right.
It's had forged pistons and rods.
Okay. So it's fully forged then?
Yeah, all those are on there. Springs and valves. Other than that, everything else is pretty good.
Yeah.
Standard crank, standard bore.
So just with forging it and sticking a bigger turbo on it, basically you're looking at 500 brake. That's insane.
Yeah, I think the standard crank's good till 550.
You know, turbo back, is it got any cats in it, or is it straight through? No cats. That's good. Yeah, just to a back box.
I think what it is now. It comes as standard on the FQ models with an HKS turbo back.
Oh, so as standard it's HKS?
Yeah, it's HKS. That's crazy. I believe it's a super dragger.
Yeah.
And it's just got a magnex 3-inch decat pipe, also to go to the cat.
Right, that's pretty cool. And that's it.
Yeah.
And there's 500 brake.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is. Insane. So guys, I hope you like the video. Hope you like the car. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Tell me what you think of the car in the comments below. And I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.